This is demonstration lecture for physics and we will discuss about the force in this session. So what is force basically? Let's understand this by considering an example. Okay, so this is a door, closed door. Okay, and a man wants to go out, so he opened the door by pulling it. So the door was at first in stationary state, but as the man opened the door, it comes into motion. So what the man doing is applying a force on door to open it. Hence we can say in simple words that a push or pull which can cause change in state of motion is called force. Okay, so now let's discuss the change in state of motion. Here we write a push or pull which can cause change in state of motion is called force. So what is change in motion? What is change in state of motion? So let's discuss it. Change in state of motion. Here change in state of motion means change in velocity. This change in state of motion is related to velocity, and velocity is a vector quantity. Velocity is represented as vector v. Velocity is a vector quantity, and as we know, vector quantity have two parameters. One is magnitude and other parameter is direction. So whenever the magnitude of the velocity or direction of velocity changes, that means there is a change in state of motion. So by the help of force we change the state of motion, like means by the help of force or by applying a force we change either the magnitude of the velocity or the direction of velocity, or both of the magnitude or direction of the velocity get changed by applying a force. Okay, now before going ahead, let's discuss about the types of the forces. There are several different kind of forces we are going to study, but before this let's have some idea about the fundamental categories of forces. All forces of nature, in the nature all kind of forces are classified in the basic four fundamental categories. Fundamental category of forces. Fundamental category of forces. First type is electromagnetic forces. Second one is gravitational forces. Third one is strong force, and fourth one is weak force. Okay, so strong forces and weak forces, also known as short range forces, because they appear only at separation less than 10 to power minus 12 meter, because they appear only at separation of 10 to power minus 12 meter or less than it, or in some cases also it becomes less than 10 to power minus 15 meter in case of weak forces. So if two particles, so if two particles are so close that the distance between these two particles is in range of 10 to power minus 12 to 10 to power minus 15, then only these two forces work on this in between these particle. So this is also known as short range forces, means the distance, the separation between these two particles are very small. And on the other side, these two forces also known as long range forces. Why? Because in this case the distance between particle is considerably large. Many of you might be familiar with the gravitational force and electromagnetic forces. So by this we can say when two particles at large separation, then they experience electromagnetic or gravitational force. So that was the basic fundamental categories of forces. Now come back to our topic again. Force that can change the state of motion. Our topic was, what we were discussing is force can change the state of motion. How? Let's see. When we say state of motion, means it is related to velocity and change in velocity caused by acceleration. Whenever a force is applied, it causes acceleration, and acceleration implies change in velocity. And as we discussed, whether magnitude or direction of velocity changes, we can say that state of motion of body is changing. For example, if there is a body of mass m, moving with the velocity v, it is moving in a straight line. In this process, if we apply an external force onto it, okay, this external force we are applying on it, due to this force, this velocity magnitude will increase, because what happened, at first the velocity of that block was v. Now we applied an external force on it parallel to this velocity. So by this, additional speed up is taken place, so that the velocity of this block is get increased. Okay. So however, the direction of the velocity will not going to change, because we applied this force in the direction of velocity v, so that the direction of velocity will not get changed, only the magnitude will get increased. Fine. In other case, this is the first case. When we applied a force parallel to that velocity v. Okay. In the second case, if we apply a force F perpendicular to the direction of the velocity v, then what happened? The magnitude of velocity will not get changed at this time, only the direction of the velocity will get changed. It will bend the object in the direction of force. This object of mass m, bend the direction of the object in the direction of force, like this. And how much it will get bent depends on the mass m. Okay, means what I mean to say, like if the mass of the body is heavy, because of inertia, means point number A, if mass of the body is heavy, and due to this mass of the body is very heavy, so inertia effect, due to effect of inertia, it will gradually take a turn in a large radius of curvature, like this. Slowly, gradually it will change its direction because of this force applied perpendicular to the direction of the velocity v. and since the mass is very very heavy, so that it gradually changes direction. But second case, if mass of the body is not heavier, it's light, is light or less, okay, then what happened, as the body of the mass is very very less, so due to this force it will easily change its direction of motion, like very quickly. Means radius of curvature is small in this case, and in this you can see the radius of curvature is more, and in this case the radius of curvature will be less, but the magnitude of velocity is still v here, only the direction will get changed. So this is the effect of force when we applied the force perpendicularly or parallelly. So we can summarize this topic in following manner. First is, if a force is parallelly applied, a parallel force that causes change in magnitude of velocity v, and if a normal force is applied, normal force means perpendicular to velocity v, then it causes change in direction of velocity. ठीक है, this is the summary. Now to understand it better, let's have a practical illustration. Let's have a practical illustration that, let's suppose we have an xy system, and in this system a particle starts from point A to point B, point A to point B, point A, point B, with velocity v. There is a particle which is moving from point A to point B with velocity v at some point C, at some time t, okay, at some time t, at some point C. This particle is here moving, still moving with the velocity of v, and this is the tangent of the curvature, okay. Now what we will do, this is perpendicular to v, this is a force F which we are applying at this point C on the mass m, because this particle having some mass m, no. So if we apply a force which is making an angle theta with the tangent of the curvature, so as from the vector, according to the vector property, as we study in the vector, if there is a vector, some vector A making an angle theta with the x-axis, so that this vector A having two components, one component will be A cos theta in the direction of the angle theta, and in the opposite direction the component will be A sin theta. A sin theta and A cos theta will be two components of the vector A. Similarly, in this case, if we apply a force F which is making an angle theta from the tangent of the curvature, so it will have a component F cos theta in this direction and another one F sin theta in this direction. So in this direction means like this, and in this direction means like this, parallel to the velocity v. So the component of the force, that is F cos theta, is parallel to the velocity v, and the component of the force, that is F sin theta, is perpendicular to the velocity v. So we can say that F cos theta is responsible for change in magnitude of velocity v, and F sin theta is responsible for change in direction of velocity v. So that's how we analyze the effect of force on a particle. Thank you.